Hi there, and today we are going to learn about how to customize and change the Microsoft Outlook view. So here I am in my Outlook account, and then we have a bunch of different options so that we can customize the look and feel of our Microsoft Outlook. So to do that, you need to go here, the View tab, and then we have a bunch of different settings right here. If you want to open all of the view settings, just click on this button right here, and then you will have a detailed information about the layout of your email so that you can change and customize all of the features right here. But first, we'll go here. So from here, we can change the view of the messages. So for example, currently our messages are grouped by conversation. So you can also group them by branches within conversations so that you will have basically the same look of the first one, the group messages by conversation. But if you choose this one, the do not group messages, as you can see, I have an email thread right here. If I change this into do not group messages, so it will make the thread one by one. So it won't combine them all together in one email. So again, if I change this into the group messages by conversation, they will be all combined in one email so that you can see all of them in one place. Another way is that we can also choose to have a reading pane. So you can choose if you want the newest on top, and then you can also show all messages on the selected conversation. So here is our reading pane, and as you can see, the newest email is at the bottom. If you want to change this into the newest is on top, so we will see it right here. As now, we can see that the newest email is now here at the top, and then the oldest email is at the bottom. If you want to change it again, just do the same thing, but now you can select newest on bottom, and then as you can see, here is the oldest email, and then here is the newest email. Looking for some different options, we can also show only the selected messages instead of the conversation. So as you can see, we now have only this message. So we don't have all of the conversation right here. Then we can change this again so that we can show all the messages in this conversation. Moving on, we have the message preview. So this one is responsible for this description right here in your emails. So if I choose to hide the preview text, now you will only see the email of that specific person and then the subject, and then you won't see the description. So if I turn this on, we will have some preview text right here. Moving on, we can also choose to expand the conversation. So this one only refers to the specific threads in your email. And as you can see, if I expand the conversation, it will open all of the conversation in the email thread. But if I collapse the conversation, it will be like that. Moving on, we can also zoom in and out of the reading pane, as you can see right here. So if you want to see all of them in a zoomed out format, then we can just hit reset to go back to the default settings. We can also sync. So if you are using your Outlook in your mobile phone and then you want to sync all of the emails both in your desktop and mobile version, so you can just click sync. And then for the layout, we can change the ribbon right here. If we change this to the classic ribbon, so this ribbon right here will be maximized. If you want to change it again, just click the arrow right here so that we can go back to the simplified ribbon. For the reading pane, currently our reading pane is on here on the right. We can change this to the bottom. It will look like this. Here is our reading pane, and then here is our list of emails. And then we can change this again If you want to fill the screen, it will look like that. So it fills all of the screen right here, and then we need to exit this thread so that we can go back to our email list. And then you can also change this to pop out only. So when you click on an email, it should pop up on a different window. And then I personally like the reading pane, so I'll just show this at the right. So it will look like this. And then we can also change the My Day right here so that you will have your calendar right here on the right side of the screen. And then you can also turn this off. Next, for the folder pane, you can change the folder list if you want to show them or hide them. So if we hide the folder list, it will be minimized right here. And then if we show this, it will appear right again. Next is for favorites. So we can show messages that we have marked as favorite right here. So I personally don't have any favorite emails, but as you can see, it will be minimized right here. And then if you want to show it again, it will be right here. So you can insert here some of your favorite folders. For example, right now I have the inbox, drafts, and archive. And then we can also add other favorites right here. For example, other folders, deleted items, categories, and so on and so forth, for like specific people. And then moving on, you can also pin or unpin your favorites. And for the sort folders, you can sort all your folders alphabetically so that as you can see, it is arranged right here. You can also change this to custom folder order, and then you can go ahead and drag and drop your specific folders right here. Next up is the resize of the folder pane. So if you click on that, you will have a bar right here. Then you can go ahead and resize the look of your folder pane. And then you can minimize it right here again. And then next one is the density. Right now we have the roomy option. So if we change this to the cozy option, it will be like that. And if we change this to the compact option, it will be a lot more smaller. So it depends on your preference. If you want a smaller look of your email. Next one is cozy. This one's like a medium. And then for the roomy, this one's like the large. It takes up a lot of space in your website or in your page. Next up, if you want to see some more detailed options, just go to view settings. And then from here, you can have a focused inbox. So this is very useful since it will sort all your messages for you. So it will filter, for example, your main emails, and then it will filter also the spam emails. So as you can see, I have the focus and other inbox right here. But if I remove this, don't sort my messages. So now we only have the inbox. So we will need to sort them one by one or manually if we do that. So we just need to turn this on again so that it will automatically sort our emails for us. Next up is the text size and spacing. So right now we are using the large text size. So if we change this to medium, as you can see, the text has changed its size right here. And then if we change this to small, as you can see, now the text size is a lot smaller. So I think it's the same with this option right here with the roomy, cozy, and compact. So it's just a different name. For the message organization, we have already tackled this earlier. For the message list, reading pane, and the deleted items, you can also show or hide them. For the message height, you can use multiple rows or switch between one and multiple rows based on screen size. And then for the send the image, you can choose if you want to show it or not from here in your inbox. For example, right here, if I hide this, so it will hide the image of the sender. As you can see, we don't have their icons anymore. But if we turn this on, it will have their profile pictures right here. Next up, we have the reading pane again. We've already tackled this earlier. And then for the arrangement of the newest emails, and then that's it. You just need to check your preferences right here. And then if you also want to change the theme of your Outlook, you can just go here to settings, go to general, go to appearance, and then you can choose if you want to turn on the dark mode. Click on save, and then now we have our Outlook on dark mode. Next, we can also change this again if you want to use the system settings. So for example, if your system has light mode in the morning and afternoon, but at night it has dark mode, it will automatically change according to your system. And then you can also choose a bunch of different themes right here. So for example, if you want to have a background, click on save. Now we have a background in our Outlook. And then if you want to change it again for a different background, just click on save. Then now we have a different background. And then again, now if you also want to change the color of the accent, you can do so as well. So currently here is the look of the blue accent. And then we can change this to different ones, for example orange, so it will look like this with a bunch of orange accents. And then if you want to have the classic theme, you can choose for some classic themes right here, and as you can see, it will have a background for your menu bar right here. And then just go ahead and choose the preferred theme right here. So I'll just go with the default blue theme, and then I will go back to the light theme. And then that is it. That is how we can customize the look of our Microsoft Outlook. I hope you learn how to do it, and thank you for watching.